As we get closer to holidays, I want to take this time to talk about being able to rest through the vacation, because I used to have a problem where I could not take more than 3 days of vacation before falling into an existential crisis, because I was always thinking of doing and being like doing more and achieving more, and I was addicted to it. All right, um, and I couldn't separate my self worth from my productivity. So that's the main topic for today. Um, like just being able to separate the two and being able to have fun. Sometimes even play video games or talk to friends while being fully present rather than thinking about, oh, there's that piece of homework I didn't finish, or there's that project, or, something's wrong with me. I need to go fix that. Just like being able to chill out and relax. And I actually came across a very useful exercise in a book called Feeling Good, The New Mood Therapy. And I went through that book to get over my depression. And the exercise they asked me to do was to write an essay on why my self worth has nothing to do with my accomplishments. Oh, it was not easy to write it, but the more I thought about it, the more it was like, yeah, those two aren't as related as I thought. For instance, you know, um, if if people's self worth had to do with their accomplishments, right? Like their value in the world had to do with their accomplishments, then sick people, babies, old people, right? Um, they would be worthless, but they're not though. Because babies have infinite potential. Well, they have not infinite, but they have a long life ahead of them where they can make contributions to society, and old people have already made their contributions. And then sick people, even if they were a unproductive person for their entire life, um, you know just being taken care of, right, by their caregivers and by the medical world. People would learn how to better serve people with this illness so that the illness can eventually be defeated, and this person can, you know, return as a happy, healthy human being, hopefully, right? Um, but yeah, there isn't just one way to assign value to a person. Um, yeah, and the reality is, during times like these, right? A lot of you have had a rough year, right? Job losses, relationship losses, because you've lost a stable source of income, and there's stress involved. um, there could be family feuds, right? All kinds of different things. COVID, stress, anxiety, mental health challenges, rearing back up, right? So many different things this year, and it's um, in that kind of state, um, I think it's more important to focus on healing rather than focusing on some particular kind of raw output, especially with the job market being uncertain these days. Even just getting through each day, it takes effort, right? It can take effort, and being able to acknowledge ourselves for the effort we do put in so that we can come back tomorrow wanting to put in more effort. Yeah, and these things are not always easy, but that's what I'd say. And another point is what what if the things we're trying to do are not aligned with our strengths and interests? Um, you know, I used to work a corporate job where I was doing repetitive work all the time, but I'm a creative at heart, right? So I just felt um, I was vegetating, vegetating and slowly draining away. I got really depressed and like wanted to use food and other sources of comfort to distract myself. So like in those addictions would become worse, um, so that that is something um, to keep in mind too. And also, if we're is it more productive in the long run to work ourselves to death, truly? Or is it more sustainable to take the rest we need um, and you know, just be for a moment, like express who we are, have fun, meet our needs, right? Is that more productive, right? I think fun, like a fun life is more sustainable in a way. A fun career is more sustainable. Or a career with work life balance is more sustainable, right? So, yeah, keeping that in mind too. Let me see if I had any other points. Yeah, right. And is all this busy work worth doing? That's another question. Um, right? Or or can I just do the most important thing each day, knowing that I probably won't get to everything on my list because there's always more things we can do, right, to improve our situation. Um, Also, if it was easy to release our past traumas and break bad habits and just like motivate ourselves to do the right thing, why haven't all of us done it already, right? I'm not trying to blame anybody. I'm just really asking, why? And I think it's because we don't know how. Or I think a lot of us have bought into the idea that willpower alone is going to solve all the problems. But based on, me visiting addiction support groups this week, I found out like, that is not the deal breaker. That does not solve the problem in the end, right? Without including like, asking for help from others and, being of service to others, like, um, finding some kind of purpose and meaning outside ourselves, it can be really hard to break those habits by willpower alone. So keeping that in mind, and yeah, like if I had a kid, right, would I value them based on the homework get done, or would I value their life based on how much fun they have with their friends and while they're playing in the woods? Like, I think it would be the latter. Like, the latter is is something that would fill them up. Um, they fill their basic need to belong and their need to enjoy themselves, and like it would just be more spiritually fulfilling. They'd learn more that way, like by being out in the world rather than just behind a textbook. So there's like, but even if they didn't make any friends or didn't play in the woods, right? Like they have other things they're good at. Um, Even if it's like sitting there and doing nothing. I mean, I sometimes crave the ability to sit there and do nothing and feel good about myself and feel okay with myself. That's like the hardest thing for me to do, right? But people who can do that, they're often like the clear-headed, open-minded, accepting, chill, right? We need those people in the world. So anyways, that is like the end of my long essay on why our self-worth does not have to do with our accomplishments. I hope that kind of convinces you to let go of some ideas that you had before, that it all had everything to do with your accomplishment, right? And yeah, hope it was helpful. But in any case, I hope you got something out of this video. Right? Start thinking about how you can meet your needs and take care of yourself and heal from everything you're going through right now. Oh my God. Like, this is a really like up and down time we're in right now. So, praying for all of you, praying that the world will be in a better situation next year. And yeah, I will see you around. Take care.